Red Dust was a town that clung to survival, the way sand clung to boots unwanted, unavoidable and hard to shake. Wind carried grit through its narrow streets, and every building bore the scars of heat, time, and forgotten promises. Men came here to work cattle, lose money, or disappear. Few came for beauty. That was why the music felt wrong. Inside the Red Dust Saloon, laughter and crude talk faded as Samantha's fingers pressed down on the piano keys. The instrument itself was a tired thing, its wood cracked, its sound uneven. Yet, under her hands, it transformed. Notes flowed smooth and deliberate, carrying a depth that stopped glasses mid-air and hushed arguments before they could spark. Samantha sat straight-backed on the bench, her dark hair pinned neatly away from her face. She wore a modest dress, faded but clean, sleeves buttoned to her wrists, even in the heat. She never looked at the crowd. Her eyes stayed fixed on the keys, as if acknowledging the room might break the spell or expose her. Most patrons couldn't explain why they suddenly felt restless, or why the song pulled at something buried deep in their chests. They only knew it wasn't saloon music. It didn't belong to Red Dust. Neither did she. Troy Calder stood just inside the doorway, one hand still on the swinging door, dust clinging to his coat from the long ride in. He'd planned to stay long enough for a drink and a meal before heading back to his ranch. But the sound of the piano rooted him in place. He wasn't a man given to poetry or softness. His days were shaped by sun, cattle, and hard decisions. Still, something in that music reached past the calluses and straight into memory. It spoke of discipline, loss, and restraint, things learned, not guessed. He took a seat near the wall, his hat pulled low, eyes fixed on Samantha. She didn't acknowledge him, but she felt his presence. Samantha always knew when someone truly listened. Her hands trembled for just a breath before steadying. She finished the piece with a quiet, final note that seemed to linger long after her fingers lifted. For a moment, the saloon was silent. If you want to hear the full story, click the title below.